Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Idahoan Show. Back in the days of black powder, there were a number of people who developed various sorts of cleaning wads. The idea being that as black powder burns, it generates a lot of fouling. And as that fouling builds up in the bore, it reduces your shot-to-shot accuracy and also makes loading a muzzleloader more difficult. So if you can put something behind the bullet that will help to scour out some of that fouling on each shot, then that'll reduce the rate at which the fouling builds up, improving your shot-to-shot accuracy and increasing the number of shots that you can fire before you have to clean your rifle. Now, historically, these cleaning wads were made of leather, felt, cork, or probably other materials, and by most accounts, they did work to some extent. But then smokeless powder came along and eliminated the fouling problem entirely, and they were sort of lost to history. So it occurred to me to wonder if I could 3D print a plastic cleaning wad that would still work today for those of us who still occasionally shoot black powder. So this is what I came up with. As you can see, if the camera will hopefully focus on it here, it's got grooves sort of like a mini ball, except much more exaggerated. The idea being that those will scrape the fouling off the inside of the bore as it goes down the bore. And to test whether or not this works, I think what I'm going to do is fire about a 10 or a 12 shot group just using patched round balls with this muzzle loader here. Then we'll scour out the bore, so we're starting from the same condition, and we'll fire a second 10 or 12 shot group loading one of these cleaning wads behind each round ball, and see if there's any perceptible difference either in accuracy or in ease of loading. Okay, so for our reference group, I fired 12 shots, and we've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, that's a little elongated, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 holes in the paper. I bet that's number 11, and I'm not sure about number 12. Anyway, definitely not a great group, but hopefully our next group with the cleaning wads will be better. Okay, so I really didn't notice any difference in terms of ease of loading with or without the cleaning wads. Either way, after a couple of shots, I got enough fouling in the barrel that as I would push the projectile down the barrel, I'd encounter some resistance and it'd feel sort of gritty. But the wads sure made a big difference in group size. You know, recall, this was our reference group that's kind of all over the paper and really even off the paper because there were a few shots that are not accounted for there. Whereas here, I was able to put 12 shots inside of, about a 3.5 to 4 inch group there. So they definitely improved accuracy for us here. And for what it's worth, they seem to be surviving the shock of firing intact. You know, here's one that I found on the snow. Looks to be in good condition. Could probably just about use it again. Here's one that's stuck in the target. And despite partially embedding itself in the wood, that one's in pretty good shape too. Well, obviously I was hoping that these cleaning wads would have a positive effect on accuracy, but I don't know that I was expecting them to have as much of an effect as they did. Loading a patched round ball with about 75 grains of powder, without the cleaning wad, we were getting roughly a 12-inch group, and then when I added the cleaning wad below the round ball, that shrunk our group to about 3.5 inches. So that's better than a 3-fold improvement in accuracy. So I'll probably be printing off more of these for my own use, and I will try to post the STL file on my website in case anyone else wants to use them as well. Anyway, until next time, thank you for watching The Idahoan Show.